GlitchCon 2011 in Bentonville, Arkansas presents Troy Baker.
Well, welcome back. It's another nice little interview with me. Yes, that guy again. We've let you off the hook a few times with not having to see my ugly mug, but here I am, Paul G. Newton with GlitchCon 2011. And, well, it's been a rough day. It's going to be a rougher night because I ate, like, pizza earlier. But anyway, we're here with Troy Baker.
Greetings.
Excellent. Troy Baker is a man of all occasions. He is a voiceover actor.
Yeah.
Played in a band that I actually heard of.
Yes.
Which is like unheard of, that I actually meet somebody who's in a band that I've heard of. Wait, does that make sense?
Yes.
No. So the good news is though that you've got a lot of games coming out though.
It's been a pretty cool year. There's especially coming off GlitchCon, we've got next month Arkham City, Batman Arkham City comes out. I play Two-Face in that game, which is amazing because I was a huge fan of Arkham Asylum and the graphic novel that it's based off of. So, yes. And I grew up watching Batman the animated series, so to be able to play, you know, an iconic character like Two-Face is pretty cool.
Are you allowed to do the voices, or are you under contract? Like there's that one guy, he's the coolest man in the world, or whatever it is. He does those beer commercials.
Most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, when he gets on those TV commercials, he gets on the TV and does interviews, he can't do the voice.
He can't do the voice because they own it?
Yes.
No, what's so funny about specifically Two-Face is that I grew up watching the animated series, and so Richard Mall is my Two-Face, Kevin Conroy is my Batman, and Mark Hamill is my Joker. You know, all the iterations that they've had, Tommy Lee Jones playing, you know, Two-Face and Aaron Eckhart playing Two-Face. Richard Mall is the one that I go to. And the best compliment that I got was that everyone thought that Richard Mall was returning in Arkham City to reprise his role because they thought it was awesome. Him in the trailer, and it was. I was like, yay, success.
But you've got some really big games coming out, though.
Yeah, we've Arkham City comes out in October. Modern Warfare 3 comes out in November, and Saints Row the Third.
Speaking my language now,
Modern Warfare? Yeah, big COD fan.
Yeah, so blow things up, kill terrorists. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's cathartic.
But you know, a lot of girls, I guess, these days, because I should have got footage of the girls, because he's like beating them off with a stick, saying, "Yeah, it's great, wonderful, get out of here."
Small stick.
Actually, it wasn't a stick at all.
More of a taser.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
See, I should have got that. Because the lights are pretty.
Yeah. Lights them up, especially if they're in the water.
But you know, you're a musician too. I was listening to some of your acoustic set there for just a minute, and that was really nice stuff. I like that.
Thank you. That's how I got started in the business. I was in a band, and the studio that we were doing our album at, we, you know, also did commercial work, and so one day I popped my head in the studio and said, "Hey, I want to do commercials," and they said, "Hey, get out." And 2 weeks later, just so happened I was in the right place at the right time, and I started doing car commercials. And
somebody said, "Do you know who that guy is?"
Yeah,
and they went,
it's
"No,
kind of a big deal."
No.
And yeah, you know, so it was kind of almost a lateral move from doing music to doing this.
It's awesome. So, but now you're also doing these conventions.
Yeah.
Now, are these pretty fun stuff? I mean,
I love doing cons. I'm a nerd. I'm a card-carrying, badge-wearing nerd, and so every chance I get to hang out with my fellow nerds.
I'm only part nerd.
Part nerd?
Yeah, only
part 3/5 nerd.
Don't
you get like free college with that? If you do that?
See, that's the problem. I didn't get free college, so I was like, well, I just won't get those extra bowl punches.
Yes.
I can't get the free.
Hey,
college.
this one's free.
Yeah, there you go. But you know, you obviously play instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only play the guitar? Or do you?
I grew up, you know, my dad played organ, and we had an organ in home, and my grandparents had a piano, so I learned how to play, or, you know, taught myself, you know, piano and organ, kind of Elton John, Billy Joel style, you know. And
I learned to play an organ, but I couldn't play it in public.
I'm kind of one of those guys. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. I learned my first instrument was drums. And
I would say that's not true.
Why's that?
Because you're getting paid to do this stuff. And if you're a master of none, you wouldn't be you'd be like me, I'm doing it for free.
You know, but I look at, there's people that I know that I mean, are virtuosos. Like in our band that we played in, you know, Joey McClellan, which is the guitarist, he is a true guitarist, and his brother Aaron is a true bass player. Brandon Mullins, our drummer, was a true drummer. I'm just one of those guys that I can get behind it and I can make some noise. But I mean, if you want someone that's like serious,
Well, sure. There's always somebody bigger.
always somebody better, always somebody worse.
Yeah. Now, if you had your dream gig, what do you think it'd be?
I'm doing it. I mean, this.
Now that's the right attitude. Right there.
It's. I mean, somebody asked me like, "What do you want to do eventually?" I'm like, "I'm doing it." You know, to be able to. Nolan North. I've kind of had a variation of this, but Nolan North was the one who plays Nate Drake in Uncharted. Was the one who said to me, we were at Call of Duty XP Con, and he said, "You know, I'm getting paid to do the stuff that used to get me detention." And it's true. You know, all the stuff that we got told, "Don't do that. Don't make those faces. Don't make those sounds." You know, that's what's paying the bills these days. So it's kind of crazy.
My problem was I could never get paid doing what I did to get detention for, because it was you can't get paid to sleep
Or set fire to things.
Well, I didn't do that, but I had a friend who did.
There's no money in arson.
Well, there might be.
Or could be, but it's more destruction. It's
On
more
the East
chaos.
Coast, you know, those guys with the sausage shops.
That's it, you know. I heard your business ain't doing so good. If we burn it down, you make a little money on the insurance. There you go.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Well, golly, there's 1,000 questions, but you've got to go to have something to eat. You haven't eaten, have you?
It's been a, you know, kind of a fast and busy day.
But, you know, you're a musician, so you don't eat.
I used to it.
Yeah. I'm not a musician, so... And even if I was, I would just be a big musician, you know, because, hey...
John Popper.
You know, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
I don't know, is he a musician?
Meatloaf? He's an amazing musician.
Well, he's a singer, but I guess he
plays piano like crazy.
Well, that's
plays
true.
guitar.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, Meatloaf's awesome. I love Meatloaf.
I do too, especially
I like the food.
Especially with ketchup.
Yeah. Meatloaf sandwiches.
I get told that I look like Meatloaf, and I don't think so.
I can see that.
You can see that?
I can see the meatloaf in you.
I'm offended.
I can see the meatloaf in you.
You can see that? That's pretty gross, actually. I didn't have meatloaf today.
No.
What are you seeing?
You didn't have it today. You had it a couple days ago. It's going to come back.
Beano. That's a plug. Beano.
Yeah,
Take some, because I need some. Well, actually, I don't need some anymore, because, you know, I don't eat vegetables. I just chase little animals.
Oh.
Eat those. I'm just The good news is you can do the voices and not get in trouble for it, like the world's most interesting man.
Sure.
Who's not really. Because it's weird, because he's got this...
Kind of one note.
Well, you get this Spanish, you know, voice, and then when you see him in person, he's just like some guy.
Just a dude.
Yeah, just a dude.
Make a lot of money, though.
Now, we were talking earlier, and we were talking about one accent that I've never heard anybody in real life use.
Which is
with a Russian accent.
Russian accent.
Yes, the Russian accent.
Спасибо.
Now, I do see there's one guy on the internet. He blows things up, and he uses the Russian accent. It's called FPS Russia. Have you ever seen him?
No.
He buys weapons and blows things up.
That's what the Russians do.
And yeah, but he's like, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But he's a real big gamer also. He would probably be watching this because he plays your games.
Ah. Russians.
Yeah. He's a big avid gamer, so if he's out there, I do a better Russian accent than you do. We knew right off the bat. And he does better than me, I can tell you that right now. If he doesn't, he wouldn't get paid for it. Because I don't get paid for it, because I suck.
It's true.
Hey!
Not that you suck, I'm saying that I get paid. I said that's true before you finished your statement.
Alrighty, man. I guess you got to go get some dinner. And then you got to go do some symposiums and teach people how to do things.
Oh, God, that's scary.
Yeah. Did you ever thought you'd be a teacher?
I am I'll come up with a better word for it later. Teacher? No.
Instructor?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, man.
Advice giver? Cheers, Paul. Thanks so much, dude.